All right. So before diving into Redux toolkit, let's go to our project and let's give a short overview of how far we have developed. So this is our running project, and thus far we have already completed our home page with all of our different sections, our featured products. I have already shown you how you can use Swiper.js to implement a smooth swiper like this one slider. And we have our latest product section, our shop by category section, and our electronic devices section. And these are all products by category. That means if any category has any products, we are showing them individually. And then we have our footer section. Okay, then on the last crash course, we also worked on our product page, how we can set up our products based on attributes. So this one is a simple product, so it doesn't have any attribute. Let me go to another one. Maybe this one has attributes. Yes, so this one has attributes. So last crash course, we covered how you can manage attributes, and based on those selected attributes, how can you manage the pricing and stock and everything. Okay, so now if you are an user, right? So now I have selected the attributes and my preferred size, color, and everything. And now I want to select the quantity, and I'm not buying it right now, so I want to add it to cart. Now what we have to do is we have to implement the add to cart functionality. Now, why do we need local storage or Redux to maintain our carts? So if you have visited an e-commerce site and you went there, selected some products and added them to cart, so you didn't sign up to that e-commerce or anything. You just added them, and maybe you visited them maybe 7 days later, and when you visited that website again, your cart was already there, right? So that's what we have to do for our e-commerce too. We have to store the user's cart without any user information or without any user data. So how can we do that? As we explored earlier, we have three kind of storage. That means our local storage, we have our session storage, and cookies. So as this will be a large data, that means maybe a user will add like 10 to 15 items to their cart, right? So we have to store that in our local storage. So we do not want to use session storage because session data will be cleared as soon as the user leaves the website or closes the tab. So in this case, we have to use local storage to store the data. So we can just store the data in local storage, right? So why do we need Redux with it? So now, if you want to store everything or card data to your local storage, and then when you try to access it, maybe you have to access it in your product page, maybe you have to access it in your order page, maybe we are going to also show you how you can add a drawer for your card. So if you want to do that, you have to get that each time from your local storage, right? So you have to always say local storage dot get item, and then you have to get that item. And if you make any changes, you have to always change your card directly. So what we can do is instead we can use a global state management library to manage all of our states globally. So in this case, that's why we have selected Redux to use with our application. We'll just use Redux to globally manage all of our cards, and each time the user reloads and each time maybe the user come back to our page, we'll just get everything from our local storage and set it up in our Redux store. Then we can throughout our application we can access that our card from anywhere, right? Okay.